Gone are the days when you would just get an email from a Nigerian prince saying he wants to give you some shekels of his $1 trillion worth of gold. Now everybody's getting scammed. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if this has happened to you. Have you got a scam text, a spam text that says, hey, click this link, or even a scam voicemail? This is happening in droves right now. It seems like it's running rampant. I don't know about you guys. I've gotten calls, I've gotten emails, I've gotten text messages of people saying, hey, you tried to log in here, send us your thing. I get stuff from cryptocurrency all the time. So let me know if any of that stuff has happened to you in the comments. Let's get straight off into this.
Please stop what you're doing. Listen, please, 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 please. The scariest scam just happened to us. I'm still very shaken. It didn't even happen to me. Please send this to your parents. If you have older parents, if you have older grandparents, please send this to them or let them know that this is happening, okay? So about half an hour ago, my husband got a call from my phone number. It had my picture, it had my name, everything about it. It was my number. It was like a regular call. He didn't even think anything of it. Answered the phone. On the other line was a guy saying he was holding me hostage and was going to shoot me if my husband did not transfer him money through Zelle. My husband immediately started texting our good friend that's in the FBI, and that guy instructed.
How nice to have just a close buddy in the FBI. Chat, anybody else got an FBI connect like that? I definitely do not.
Him to keep the guy on the phone and try to have that guy put me on the phone. Like if he really had me, put me on the phone. So Josh my husband is keeping him on the phone, trying to tell him to put me on the phone. In the meantime, he's also tracking my phone. Well, I happen to be at the hospital because my son had a doctor's appointment. So our FBI friend leaves work and is headed to me to make sure everything's okay. Josh was able to drag this phone call out for 5 minutes, and in the meantime, this guy's asking.
I've seen enough CSI Miami. 5 minutes, that's enough to triangulate. I can see your exact location there, buddy.
For, he's getting hostile, and he's asking for the money via Zelle. My husband's like, I don't know what Zelle is. Do you have Venmo? Because he's just like trying to prolong the conversation.
Smart
he's like,
way.
also, I really need to talk to her. I need to make sure she's okay. After about 5 minutes of this, he still wouldn't put me on the phone, obviously, because I wasn't there. So Josh, my husband, hung up and called me right back, and I answered, and he was like freaking out, right?
He should have three-wayed his wife. He's like, hey, let me just call my wife real quick. Gotcha, bitch. I'm gonna just three-way her in just to make sure she's cool. She's got her phone on her, right? That would have been funny. I'm actually tracking her location right now. Let me just give her a ring while you have her hostage.
Anyways, the scariest part of all this is that they call from your number, and they knew everybody's names.
See, that's wild. I had this happen to my grandma when I was in college. She got a call from some guy in Mexico saying that I was in a Mexican prison. Needless to say, I wasn't.
So please spread the word that this is a new scam, because it is very realistic. It is very terrifying. And I know that a lot of people would just give them account numbers to get their loved ones back. Gosh, just spread the word, please. Hopefully, if we spread it far and wide, we can squash this, and it will stop being a thing.
Dude, let's hope so. These scammers are crazy right now, and they're super bold. Calling somebody, and the number spoofing is crazy. This is something that I worked at when I was at a sales company. We would basically use an auto dialer, and when you use this auto dialer, it can use the localized numbers. And so now there's even spoof numbers where you can put in exact numbers and call somebody, and it shows up as that number. That's terrifying. We're getting to the point where these auto dialers and these spoof numbers are going to be able to scam people at alarming rates. The picture was the same, the number was the same. That's crazy. Because when I worked at a company and used an auto dialer, the auto dialer we used was Orem. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it. But basically, you can dial 4 to 5 numbers at one time. 4 to 5 numbers at the same time. You're calling 5 people, and then you're using local IDs, like local presence is what you call it. So it shows up as a number that's in your area. So if you have a 512 area code, it shows up with a 512 area code. So a lot of people that own businesses, they think it's, oh, this is my son's basketball coach. Oh, this is my daughter's principal. Oh, this is the daycare that my kids are at. So people are more prone to pick it up because they see a local presence number. There's a feature you can do on iPhone. I don't know if you can do it on Samsung, but you can turn off numbers you don't know, and I do it, and it sends it straight to voicemail. I still get voicemails every single day, though. It's crazy.
Prefacing this video by saying that this is not my usual content. However, I feel compelled to hop on and share a PSA about a really horrifying scam that is going around right now, and that actually happened to my family in the middle of the night last night. I have seen a few people talking about this like on Instagram and on Facebook and in a couple of like Facebook groups that I'm in, but it's one of those things that you see it and you're like, dang, that's crazy, but you never really think that it could happen to you. Around 3:30 this morning, while we were all sleeping, my brother and I both received a call from my mother's phone. It was her contact number, it was her contact photo, it was even like what was named in our separate phones for her. So in my phone, she is Mama, and in my brother's phone, she is Mom, and it came up like as her contact in both of our phones when we were both called. And for context, I live about 30 minutes out from Atlanta. My brother lives in Atlanta, and my parents live.
Chat, everybody, let me know where you live right now in the comments. Where you guys staying at? What states are you in? Cities are you in? I'd like to see how far spread the message is getting here.
Also in the same town as me, like 15 minutes away, so we were all at separate households. I received the call first, but I did not answer because I didn't hear it. It was 3:30 in the morning. I had my phone on vibrate. I didn't hear it go off. My brother happened to have his phone on loud. He received the call second, and he did answer because he heard it ringing and he thought something was wrong. When he answered the phone, he immediately heard what sounded like my mom, a woman's voice that sounded just like her, just crying hysterically and screaming. And so he obviously like freaked out and was like, Mom, what's wrong? Like, is there something wrong with Dad? Like, what's going on? And then before like she could say anything, a man came on the phone and said, I'm going to kill this bitch if you don't wire me $2,500. This man is like yelling over the phone, super aggressively, like demanding money, like saying he's going to murder my mother if he does not get money. The older brother is...
What's crazy is there's so much AI right now that they can find you talking on a Facebook video or any sort of social media, and they can actually put your voice into an AI module and copy your voice and write a prompt for it. So AI is aiding this, really.
Is very level-headed, but at this point he's obviously like freaking out. He had not heard of this scam before. I had heard of it before, but even if I had gotten that call, I probably still would have lost my shit.
The hostage scam. I haven't heard. Well, I have heard of it because it happened to my grandma, but when that happened to me, or when it happened to my grandmother, rest in peace, God bless her soul. When I was in college, they never put me on the phone. They were just like, hey, we have Levi locked up in a Mexican prison. If you want to get him out, you got to wire us $10,000. And so they did that to her, but it was never like, they never used my voice, or it was never anything like, oh, we're using AI to copy his voice and so you can hear him in the back. They were just threatening her and saying, hey, we're going to kill him, or, hey, we're going to leave him here unless you pay to get him out.
Shit, because I'm not as level-headed in high pressure situations like that. I probably would have been freaking out, but even he was freaking out. But he had his work phone on him, so he was on his like normal personal phone, and on his work phone he immediately opened up Life 360, which if you do not have Life 360 for your family and your entire family on there, highly recommend it. It is such a good resource just to keep tabs on where everyone is and making sure everybody is safe if there's any situation like this, or any situation just in general, car accidents, anything like that. Life 360 is a lifesaver. So he opened up his Life 360 and he saw that both my parents were seemingly at home, which obviously doesn't mean that they're out of danger. It just means that he had eyes on them. He knew where they were. So once he knew that they were both there, he starts trying to call my dad's phone from his work phone while he's on the phone with this guy. And my dad's not answering because, again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I didn't hear my phone ring. Nobody's hearing their phone ring. So he's calling me, he's calling my dad, and he's trying to get a hold of somebody to, like, figure this out. After a little bit, he's not, like, totally convinced that there's no danger involved, but he is starting to see, like, red flags. Like, he hears a baby crying in the background all of a sudden, which my parents don't have a baby. There shouldn't be a baby. There's no reason there would be a baby with them. And so he's thinking, okay, I know they're at their house, so this is weird. Why is there a baby? And then he also realizes that this man has not mentioned my dad at all, which you would think that he would say, I have your parents, or I've done something to your dad, and now I have your mom, or whatever. So he has not mentioned my dad at all. He's seemingly calling from my mom's phone, so he knows that my mom has her phone, and he also knows that they are at home together. So at this point, he decides to hang up. He hangs up the phone because he's like, this is weird. I don't think this is legit. So he hangs up the phone and he calls 911, and they confirmed that basically like this is a scam that is going around. They're aware of it, but they're going to send a car to the house just to drive by and see if everything's okay. So at this point, my brother feels a little bit relieved, but he gets in the car to drive towards my parents' house anyway because my mom and dad are still not answering their phone. He gets about a quarter of the way there, and then at that point, my mom finally answers her phone, and she's been asleep this whole time, and everything is totally fine, which is such a relief. We were lucky enough to have not lost any money in it. Everything was fine. My parents were fine. The whole family was fine. But is that not the craziest thing you've ever heard? I'm so shook by it. It is such a traumatic way to scam somebody. Like, horrifying. Like, not only, like, they ask for $2,500, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much money, and that's why they do it. I looked it up, and
But in a third world country, that's like 10, 20 bands. It's a lot of, that can go a really long way in Somalia.
did a little bit of research on it, and apparently they asked for that amount of money because it's an amount of money that most people could give up if they felt like a family member was in danger, but it's, you know, it's just enough.
It's a low buy-in. Also, most banks would clear that pretty quickly. You ask for 50 grand, that's a fat wire. 2,500 is a low buy-in. It's pretty easy to probably get that across.
For the predator to get some money, but it's not so much that it would be hard for, you know, the general population to obtain or flagged by a bank, et cetera, et cetera. But it's also just crazy that they do it in the middle of the night, or at least they did for us, because they do it at a time that, like, number one, you're disoriented and, like, vulnerable. And number two, like, you're not able to get a hold of anybody that, like...
Well, and it's usually the beginning of their workday, you know what I mean? Scammers aren't going to call you when it's late at night for them. They're going to call you when it's late at night for you. For those reasons, you're disoriented, you're going to be more frantic, you're not going to be able to get a hold of people, people will be asleep, and nothing good happens in the wee hours of the night. It's always something bad. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's two names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. Y'all know what time it is. Would you like some of that, bud? Loki, free. Sit. Shake. Good boy. Wait. Free. Good boy. Good boy. But this is wild. But you gotta think, if you are a scammer, playing to someone's emotions is the best way to scam somebody. What's a better motivator, happiness or fear? Fear typically is. In every TV show that you watch when they're trying to hostage negotiate, it's all incentivized on fear. We're gonna hurt somebody. We'll release 2, but we'll keep the rest. That's what it is. And so these scammers realize this stuff. They do. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but maybe it's Kit Boga. I think that might be his name. But he's like he basically trolls scammers on Twitch, and he'll go live and he'll do the voice changer. It's hilarious content. I really dug into it a few years back, and I thought it was hilarious. But that's what they do. They prey off your fear. They prey off old people. They send you codes. I got scammed one time in high school. Somebody's like, hey, we want to send you $5,000, and then you deposit it, and then we'll send you 1,000 back. And I was like, bro, bet. I'm broke as a joke. Go ahead and send it on over. I'm making $1,000 every 6 months. They actually sent me the check and had it. And then I showed my friends, I'm like, bro, I'm about to cash out. I'm about to get this 1,000. And some of my friends that were smarter than me were like, hey, Levi. Stupid. You're about to get scammed, and then that's going to come out of your bank account, and you're going to get in trouble for that. I was like, oh, really? Like, because, dude, I'd never gotten something like that in the mail. I was like, cool. I was so desperate at that time. I was like, sweet. I never cashed the check, but they actually sent over a Best Western for about 5 bands. It was crazy. And at that point in time, 5 bands in college? Boy, I was sitting on a mountain of money.
Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card. That they were.
Bro, this is happening to me. I'm getting these voicemails and they're saying, "Hey, we saw that you tried to change your password. We saw that you're trying to log into your account. Let's get your password changed to add another level of security." But they never always pay attention in the voicemails. They'll always mention who they're from if it's actually true. But in the voicemails, they never mention the company they're with, their bank that they're with, nothing.
Fraudulent charges on my card. He asked to verify. He verified them. Asked me if I did them, and I said no. And then he said, "Okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away. Like, I'm gonna help you out. Don't worry about it." He somehow already had access to like see my transactions on that card. So he went through like the most recent ones and asked me like, "Is this legitimate? Is this legitimate?" I was like, yes, like that. I know.
Oh no!
And then he somehow got access to. I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He like already had stuff. He just asked me for like normal verification questions.
Well, because they can buy this stuff on the dark web, brother. They can get this stuff on the dark web. And then also, what Cass and I do? We only use our credit card out and about. Do not use your debit card because there's skimmers everywhere. Even on ATMs, they put card skimmers. At 7-Elevens, they put skimmers. Always use your credit card because you can freeze your credit card. Don't use your debit card everywhere, man. That's how you get scammed. Because once they earn that debit card, buddy, it is so hard to dispute those charges.
And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean.
No.
I reported it to BMO fraud. And I'm going to the police station now to report it as well.
Poor baby.
Just be so careful when people call you. Please.
Dude, that's why I turn it on. Like, if somebody calls me, bro, like, it goes to voicemail unless I got your number. This poor girl.
Be careful.
100 and
I feel so bad for her. Savings and checking wiped clean.
$106,000 was stolen from my husband and I this past weekend by an online scammer, and we will not be getting any of our money back. It is gone. So this is what happened. I got a phone call saying someone was trying to log into our account and steal our money, and they suggested changing the password. They gave him a secure link to log in.
They always do that. They always suggest changing your password first.
Asked for the code and yada yada. That was their access into our account. So it went from 106 to 0 in the blink of an eye. And we immediately went to the police department. We've been in contact with the FBI, but you don't get your money back when scams like this happen. And we had a pretty rough weekend. We cried it out. We did all the things. I'm not going to get on this app and cry, but essentially after a bad weekend, this is where we've landed. I know God is always going to provide for us. We have hit our knees in prayer, and I fully believe we are going to be just fine. God never promised that bad things won't happen to good people. Everyone's going to go through trials, but he did promise he will be there with us through the storm. And that is exactly how I feel now. That account was not going to make or break our life. We are very blessed to have a roof over our head. We have secure jobs.
Still $106,000, chat. Would that put a dent in y'all's checking account? It put a dent in mine. 106 grand. I'd be madder than a hornet's nest. Goodness, that's a lot of money, dude.
Our children are healthy and safe. But that account was an investment.
Praise be, man. Goodness. At least she's staying positive, man. This is rough.
In our future, it was going to help us pay for college or retirement, whatever we wanted it to be. But it was a luxury, not a necessity. We will be okay. But at the same time, it was a luxury that was only available because of my husband's hard work. He worked for years to build that account, and we have a newborn. She's a month old, and Matt has been putting in 12, 14-hour days at work every day to provide for us because he is such a hard worker. He works his ass off to provide for us. And yeah, the sleep deprivation got to him. He got a phone call in the middle of a nap. You know when you wake up from a nap and you're like, what time is it? What planet am I on? And that's what happened. The scammers took advantage of that. And if it was any other day, probably would have never fell for that. He knows better, but it was just the perfect storm of he was exhausted and didn't know what was going on and just trusted the phone call. And here we are.
I know.
Oh man, that's brutal. Chad, has any of this happened to you guys? You ever been scammed? The close I got was the Best Western, but then I remember back in my day, you just would get those emails from oil princes in, you know, Saudi Arabia or Nigeria, and they would ask you if you wanted, you know, a shekel or a speckle of $1 trillion worth of a gold mine they found. But this is crazy. Her bank account was wiped overnight. This is absolutely insane. And it's happening, it seems like it's happening to more younger people now. Whereas maybe 10, 15, even 20 years ago, it was only happening to really elderly people. But with the emergence of AI, better tech, these third world countries are understanding that they can get people that are young as well. They call you at the the wee hours of the night. They bait the fact that they're from your bank. They need your account number. They send you a secure text. You go through, like, it's all the same protocols that a typical bank would go through. But I'm telling you guys, you got to turn that stuff off. Like, if somebody sends you something, it should go straight to, like, report it and junk it, delete it. And then also, if somebody calls you, you should have it where it's like, I don't answer numbers I don't know. Even from, like, when I take Lokes to go to PetSmart, excuse me, when I take Lokes to go to PetSmart, I don't have their number saved, so it goes to voicemail. And they call you, hey, your pet's ready, Loki's ready, he did such a great job. They will call and they will leave a voicemail. I go check the voicemail, I go, all right, now I'm going to go pick up Lokes. But I don't click on any links from text, because now your phone is so accessible. Whereas back in the day, you could get into your email and you had to go enter in stuff on an email, and then you had to get on your computer and then they can access your computer. But I was always so weary of anyone accessing my computer or calling me being like, hey, we saw that you changed your password. But I'm like, bro, I didn't change my password. I've been sitting at the crib. I've been recording videos. I'm not doing anything. So I hope you guys don't fall prey to this. But this seems like it's becoming more and more of a thing. People getting scammed. Like, the scams right now are running rampant. And the fact that they're getting so prevalent in the US is crazy, because you got to think, like, these people are young. These people are typically smart. They're pretty computer savvy. They're pretty tech savvy, but they're falling for these scams because you really don't expect somebody, calling you really late at night and saying they need your, verification details. They need all this stuff, which is wild. It's so wild to me. But these online scammers, man, his stuff is, it's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad. So I hope that you guys don't fall prey to this. I really don't. Because it really does seem like AI is a big blessing and a big curse. I think AI probably has a lot to do with this, AI probably has a lot to do with this. Being able to figure out what people say, what they look like, getting on their Facebook. And this is the thing. This is why I think they go for boomers a lot. Is because boomers live on Facebook. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you know a boomer friend or a parent, or you're a boomer. A lot of these boomers live on Facebook. My mom sends me Facebook stuff every day, all day, constant, just messages, boom, 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 stuff on, and a lot of it's misinformation, a lot of it's wrong, a lot of it's just and the thing is, the boomers weren't taught how to siphon through this stuff to know, oh, what's good and what's bad, what's real and what's fake, what's bogus and what's authentic. They have no clue. So they go through this stuff, and then she'll send me a bunch of things, and I'm like, this is BS. This is total crap. Or she'll send me an AI video thinking it's real. Did you see this landslide in Thailand? I'm like, that's AI. It has a Sora watermark on it. Oh my God, did you see this car wreck? AI. But they can't tell. And now I'm seeing more of the Ring camera AI. Like, the Sora AI stuff is getting really out of hand. But I think this stuff is also going in tandem with the voice recognition technology. I mean, hell, if you can have frickin' Stephen Hawking riding a frickin' bull, and for all intents and purposes, it looks pretty real. You know what I mean? Like, they keep the quality bad enough where it almost looks like, it's actually happening. Like it's almost like a cell phone quality, where you're like, I don't know, it kind of looks kind of real. I think that's the point that the older people can't decipher. This is Jesus running on water at the Olympics.
Jesus Christ, he's halfway down the pool already. He's not even swimming. Touching the wall now.
Now the quality's crap, but a lot of cell phone quality is crap, and you would have no idea. And this is wild that we're seeing this stuff and then people think it's real. Like my mom would see this, maybe not this video, but she would see this and be like, oh my gosh, did you see this?
The best high five you've ever had?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, no.
Ah! Ha! That was wild.
Are you okay?
Yeah, like what? This stuff is seeming very real. And this is, here we go. These are, what is this? Ranking, what does it say? Ranking Sora AI videos. Like some of these are looking very real. It's terrifying.
Walking, sir.
This is ridiculous. I was networking, that's all.
You could advise of the charges. Let's not make it harder.
Charges? For talking to some 6s and 7s? I was going to introduce him to Jeff.
6, 7.
It's a private island, big deal.
Watch your...
Let's start with this line right here. It says, I am Sam. Take your time.
I am Sam.
Perfect.
One sec, let me scroll through this just to make sure it's not NSFW. Okay, I'm good.
I am Sam.
Perfect. Now look over here.
Sam, I am.
That's it. Smooth and clear. Ready for the next?
And see, it even sounds like him, dude.
Technical, that's your second. You're gone.
What? Come on, that's soft. I barely touched
Head to the back, please.
This is ridiculous.
Sinks right here. Soap, sponge, have at it.
You gotta be kidding me. Dishing up dishes now?
League rule.
Oh my god, Stephen Hawking.
You're kidding. He's just out here on the freeway.
In a wheelchair, pulling a whole semi-trailer. Look at the screen!
Wow. This is unreal. We're actually passing the road.
I don't even know what to say.
Keep moving, sir.
I am the commander of this expedition. Unhand me.
George, just do what they say, man.
Everyone on the boat stays.
I am deceased Keister. You better get your maternal fornicating hands off of me.
Sir, you're under arrest for obstructing traffic and reckless operation.
We
Watch your head.
the Delaware.
I'm telling you, this Sora AI stuff is getting out of hand, man. And the thing is, we're just at the precipice of the cliff. It's only gonna get better. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. It's only getting better. Now people will be able to run like their own UGC ads. UGC is user-generated content, where basically, you know, you can have somebody that is faking like they're selling your product, like this right here. Like this is a UGC ad. Like these aren't real people, but they're sitting there selling your product for you, and other people think it's real. How many of you guys, when you're watching, I don't know if you watch TV, but sometimes Cass and I, we got the Samsung TVs, and so we'll watch, oh my God, we'll watch like Kitchen Nightmares on the Samsung TV, and it comes like as a free channel, and in between the show, they'll run commercials, and a lot of the commercials are led from a smartphone. Like they're showing a smartphone in almost every other one. I see a lot of SoFi ads, crypto ads, AI ads, and everything's talking about an app. Everyone's pushing an app. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I'm annoyed of every freaking place having an app. I can't stand it. I'm sick of it. I go to PetSmart. Do you have the PetSmart app? No. I go to a tea place here called HTO. Do you have the HTO app? No, I don't. I go to freaking Dillard's. Do you have the Dillard's app? I don't. I'm sick of having an app. I went to Tropical Smoothie Cafe and they're like, do you have the Tropical Smoothie Cafe app? No. Starbucks has an app. Like every place has a freaking app. The 7 Brew app. I'm just sick of it. Every place has an app. Everybody wants your phone number. Everybody wants your email address. It's to the point now when Cass and I go out and shop, when they're like, good email address? I'm like, I'm good. Thank you. Don't want to share it. What about a number? I'm good. Thank you. Don't want to share it. I'm sick of every freaking company and corporation wanting my personal information. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So now when people ask, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like we went to like Bath and Body Works the other day. Like, a good number on file? I was like, I'll pass. But you're gonna miss out on the promotions and you're gonna miss out on deal. I don't care. I'll pay full price for a freaking candle. I don't care. Those body sprays, cool. I'll buy them for my wife. Don't care. They're $12. Oh, I could have got them for $11. Oh no. Oh, wrong one. Oh no. I could have got them for $11 instead of $12. I don't care. I'm sick of giving my personal information to every single company that wants it. I'm done. Chad, do you feel the same way? I'm so sick of it. Everybody wants to know what my address. Everybody wants to know my phone number. Everybody wants to know my email address. Well, you're gonna get promotions in the mail. You know, we'll send you stuff. Stop it. Stop sending me anything.
Evening. You know why I pulled you over tonight? You've been swerving a bit. Mind telling me what's going on? I see we got a couple open peanut butter jars here. You been eating and driving? Hey, don't! Hey, stop the car! Get back!
Like that right there. That video of that dog. I see a couple open peanut butter jars in there tonight. people aren't going to know if that's real or not. Look. That looks real. Like, that looks like a crappy body cam. That looks real. People aren't going to be able to tell the difference. Sora AI is getting crazy. Ain't that right, Looks? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've been scammed. If you know a family member that's been scammed. I'd love to know the story in the comments, and I'll go read them. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.